Warning, this video is just an opinion and does not necessarily reflect the ideas and views people will all agree with. If you have a comment to share, please remember to try to make the world a better place around you in the process. I know we can't get enough of taxes, at least the government can't get enough of taxes. So I look at something very simple like, well, a piece of paper. Now if I went and bought a piece of paper, chances are I'm just paying a little sales tax and be done with it. But it's not so simple. I don't really just see it as a piece of paper and here's my money and gone with it. I look at, well, where did that paper come from? To make a piece of paper requires a lot of effort. So you start to consider the effort. Like if I actually wanted to make a piece of paper, I'm going to need some lumber. So the company would then go out and say maybe buy a piece of land to be able to produce that lumber. So that piece of land they bought now was taxed. They had to hire some people. Of course, now all those people are going to be paying income taxes. And all the equipment that they bought, they I'm sure are paying a good amount of taxes for all that. So when they start producing this product that they're then going to sell to somebody else and have it refined further, they have to pay taxes on their profits. And their employees they use to, say, harvest the trees off of that, their employees are paying an income tax. And if they then use that lumber and sell it to a paper mill, they're also going to be taxed for the profits that they make in that process too. Don't forget that shipping it from one place to another is always taxed because you have to pay an income tax on your truck drivers and you have to pay taxes for the maintenance of those trucks and you pay taxes on the fuels that those trucks then consume. And they also had to pay taxes for the people that work in the mill itself to pay on their income taxes. And of course, all the equipment that they put in there too would have also been taxed at some rate too. And if you then turn a profit, those profits will be taxed. Lo and behold, they have to ship it to another company, so all those truck drivers and all those maintenance and fuel will be taxed once more. Now they get it to this little store, a little company, let's say in Scranton, and they start to warehouse this paper. And of course that building then pays property taxes and all the people working in that building will then also pay income tax. And if they then sell it to another company for a retail purpose, their profits will be taxed once more. And it sits in a retail environment where those retail environments will also pay taxes on those properties, they'll pay taxes on those wages, and they will pay taxes on their profits. And here I come to buy my piece of paper, and lo and behold, I also contributed my little sales tax on top of which I actually drove there. So then, you know, of course my car was taxed when I purchased my vehicle, and also the fuel I put in that vehicle was taxed, and all the maintenance that I then perform will be taxed as well, as my income will be taxed. So now I've said taxes so many times I've lost all meaning of the word, and it just makes my head go round and round. I start to understand that it's not about how much tax the government is taking from me, it's how fast can they take all the money from everyone. So it's not a point of a percent, it's a point of 100% will be the government's eventually. Whether it be something that you put away in savings, somebody's going to inherit that money if you've never used it, they will spend that money, and everything we buy in life, the government will always continue that cycle of collection for that money, and eventually they just have it all. Unless, of course, the bank needs to be paid because somehow the government decided to use a bank to generate money, and they were charged interest to generate money. So now, I guess at least it's good that the bank's been taxed because, you know, they're collecting money from the government just to issue some sort of fund that says, hey, we have this currency we can use. Now, currency is a whole nother issue, but it bothers me that most of our currency is just a little computer beep that we'd use to transfer funds, and a number shows up in our account, and there's actually no physical transaction taking place other than a computer signal from one to another. But apparently that's enough to have to charge our government interest to have a currency for some reason. Anyway, that's enough of the taxes for me and the way I see it.